Live! Greetings, Wanderer. This is Atlas here, and welcome to the Void. Today I'm going to be breaking down a song called Spectre BGM from the Horizon Forbidden West original soundtrack. This is the last coffee personal request that I had scheduled for this month, and this one comes from the mighty James. So thank you very much, James, for your request and your incredible support. This is going to be the first time that I'm going to be breaking down a song from this franchise, so I'm really looking forward to it. So onward. All right. Spectre BGM, Horizon Forbidden West. Boom. Turn the volume a little bit. Okay. Let's see. So far, it's very synthetic. That low end sounds so mean. We have glitch elements along with repeating patterns. Wow. I really like that. That kick almost sounds like it comes from hardstyle. Almost. Yeah, you can hear it super punishing. Boom, boom, boom. And it's like... it overtakes all the mix, almost. You're trying to resurrect someone. Come on! Live! I really like the percussive patterns. It sounds so tribal. It's pretty cool, the energy and the tension release that the song has so far. This is so EBM, industrial influence, and a little bit of hardstyle. Those rhythmic patterns, the tuk 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 tuk. So good. It's going to explode. It's starting to build up again. Oh, it's stripped. That synth lead is... That patch, it's like legendary. In EBM and industrial music. That's basically, I would say, the climax of a song, but it's such a short burst. That sub bass is nasty. It has a legato sound because it just slurs in between the notes. Okay, here we go again. You did the same thing the last part. In theory, that should be like the leitmotif of a song, but it's so spread out. We will talk about that in the breakdown. Oh, it actually has a resolution. That's, well, a resolution, but we will talk about that in the breakdown, so let's break it down. Okay, I want to start this breakdown by talking about probably the main attribute or the main characteristic that this song has, the most identifiable part of the song, which is it's born and bred by the machines. Oh yes, the machines. It is 100% synthetic sound. It's all the instruments that are involved in the song are synthesizers. And you know, along the reaction, I was mentioning that it has this EBM industrial influence within the song, which I still think it's... I still agree with what I said. And a little bit of hardstyle, I said too. Maybe not that much, to be honest. I think the kick would have been to be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more in your face, to be influenced by that, but maybe there's like a little bit of that in there. I'm just going to throw that out there. But there's also this very identifiable patch that we hear in the lead synth, which is the synth that is arguably playing the leitmotif of a song, if you will, which is this part. And you wouldn't believe how many songs, you know, in EBM, in industrial, in the dark electro, aggro tech, yeah, all these genres that have a very common thread in between each other use that patch in the lead synthesizers for the melodies and whatnot. It's like an ubiquitous patch, you know, so it's very identifiable if you're familiar with this kind of music. But anyways, you can find traces outside of the video game world, obviously, to where this comes from bands like my favorite, at least my favorite or one of my favorite ones would be like Frontline Assembly. I would say that's probably my favorite one, although it's been quite some time since I heard this kind of genre, because I go like through phases and stuff, you know. One thing that I can't stop listening is metal, but other kind of music, it's more like phases and stuff. But anyways, Frontline Assembly, VMV Nation, a Suicide Commando, Cyclone 9, Velvet Acid Christ, you know, all those bands, very known. If you want to, you know, explore more about this kind of music because you find it, you know, really interesting or very entertaining, you can go and listen to those bands to know where it comes from and what they're doing now. Now I'm going to retake the talk about the leitmotif that I was talking about and explain based on that why the song is not really melodically focused but more rhythm focused, okay? Because you can hear that most of the layers involved in the song, most of the synthesizers are basically more additive layers towards the tribal percussion approach that we hear in the track, with this very booming kick, you know, obviously very synthetic. But all the other layers involved in the song, except for the lead synthesizer, are very much focused on creating more rhythms, adding more rhythm or more rhythmic sensibilities to the song. And that's why you hear that they have these very wide modulations and they have these very rhythmic patterns, you know, like I'm going to start an ASMR channel when doing this. Well, you know, it has those kind of things. So I think that for the most part, the song, it's you know, more rhythmic focused than melodic focused. Another thing that the song has is that it has some of the synthesizers are saturated. You know, they are to a certain degree distorted. So they give the song this grime feel. Not so much in terms of the genre of music, the UK grime, but you know, it makes it sound like nasty, like it's tainted by something or something along those lines. It has that grime, that industrial feel, And you know, as lazy and as lame as it sounds, industrial music sounds a lot like, you know, machines, you know, machinery, heavy machinery and whatnot. The storytelling of the track goes even beyond just the synthesizers. It goes into it has to do with the tribal element that there is in the song. And as I could see in the picture of the video, and also the song is called Spectre, it suits very well maybe the fact that this boss, because I think this is a boss battle, it's like a hunter sort of thing. It's in a scenario where there's a hunter and a prey, and well, if I had to guess, you are the prey, because you know when you're having like a boss battle in video games or whatnot, you're always or almost always in the terrain that is dominated by the boss. So you are in the boss territory, you are invading the boss territory, and now you have become its prey, and therefore, you know. The song is also called the Spectre. So what that leads me to believe it's that this boss has that characteristic, like it's stalking you in his natural habitat or whatnot. It's not so much so sneaky, but it has like a cloaking ability or something like that, you know, something along those lines, because that's what specters are, in my opinion. Like, it lies in the shadows and thick of the jungle, and that stalks you like a velociraptor or something like that, you know what I mean? It had to have this more of primal element. And if you listen to music like thousands of years ago, it wasn't so much about the melody, it was more about beating something and make a rhythm out of that thing that you were beating. And more refined instruments came along later, but if you go back in time, like, you know, probably humans during the prehistoric times were making music by beating something instead of playing, you know, a note. Although, well, you could say that there's a pitch to something that you beat with whatever, you know, like a tambourine or something, but they didn't know anything about that. But it was more of a percussive approach, of a rhythmic approach. So I think in that sense, it's very accurate that they went through this route to make it more primal and rhythmic based instead of melody based, let's say. So I think I'm gonna give this song, it's almost a B tier. I'm gonna put it in C tier. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and share it with your friend. Also, please don't forget to visit my Patreon, my Ko-fi profile, and my Ko-fi store in case you want to support my work further, and my Teespring merch shop. And of course, ex nihilo nihil fit.